We are live. This is the market update. This is Hope market update. Think positive, think real, think Bitcoin, think smart, think dollar lower, think high-powered money coming. Just came off the YouTube member podcast where we came up with 4 new cool ideas, 4 new cool picks, if you will, plus an idea about how this big summit thing is going to turn out. Here's a hint. Maybe it'll be for the little guy, you know, kind of like Orange Man style. Please go check that out. Like when I listen to the conversation and we got Patreon, we got them going on this dollar thing the day before it happened. We are all over it in there with like long-term charts of the dollar. You can't get anywhere else because in Patreon, we can do video and newsletter at the same time. So please come check that out. Also, LuxAlgo. You know, no one's going to sell Ethereum on the discount zone, period. And there's a 5-wave indicator. And don't forget to get Bitcoin Vegas booked while 85% of the people in crypto are bearish. That's right. 85% of the people in crypto are bearish. And when you see these news headlines, you're going to sit back and go, gee, I think I understand now why Bill and Unhinged Crypto and Toby went all in on this thing sub 90, right? 85, 86. Yeah, it's the new 16K. You want to take it down there again? Good. We'll see you down there. That's it. And if I'm wrong, I'll lose money. And if I'm right, I don't have to do anything. I just have to sit and watch it go. Even if all I want to do is this. They did that for 6 months between 16 and 20K. So you definitely want to tune in because, you know, we give you the whole perspective about what the market's really going to be like and how you know, what the plan is, what the coins are. All right. Let's welcome who's here and rock this thing. Alexandra. Tuning in from Europe. What's up? Randall, Bull Runner. Wrong again. Gavin, a member. What's happening? Right? Hero Hotep is here. What's going on? What's going on? Right? Nasher, DC Precise, Search Agent. Crypto Scam, a member. Welcome. Tussle from Denmark. What's up? Crypto Chronic from Florida. Philip, forget about it, is here. Philip just gets off a plane back in Spain. Right. Bull Runner, welcome. Okay. We're just going to blast into this thing. Okay. Am I sharing? Am I not sharing? I think I'm sharing. Okay, here we go. Bitcoin has entered the optimism stage on the Fear Greed Index, historically a signal for major rallies. FOMO isn't here yet, but if history repeats itself, the real surge is coming. Okay. So let me break that down for you. Everyone's bearish. Not only is everyone bearish, but there's revulsion. No one wants to touch it. People may think it's okay. People may want to buy it, but they're not. They're not watching content. They're just done. They're like, I'm out. I can't take it anymore. I was hopeful, and then it dropped in my face, and I'm done. And I understand that. People lost money, but what I'm also understanding is this is shaping up to be life-changing, no matter how much they try to shake you out. And it's very simple, right? Dollar lower massively. Equities, no momentum. Momentum lost. Game over. Doesn't have to crash, but it's not going anywhere. The whole world, short Nvidia, long Nvidia, short MicroStrategy, and it should be exactly the opposite. And hedge funds could get smoked with that trade. And then retail has no interest in crypto. Everyone wants the government to pump their bags, and we think there's going to be a different outcome. That's in the YouTube member area, and this different outcome could be a lot more powerful. Because if the Orange Man says he wants it, he's going to get it. He's going to get crypto higher. They have to get crypto moving. They have to, right? Otherwise, they're going to sit around and watch North Korea and Belarus do it. Right now, North Korea is ahead of us on strategic Bitcoin reserve assets, right? And the government basically saying we want digital assets higher. Oh, if we want to catch up to the North Koreans, we'll get with the program on the 7th. In the meantime, the catalyst for crypto, aka dollar lower, everyone bearish, it's endless. It's endless. Now, Nick, it's coming. Global liquidity is about to flood into the markets. In the past 24 hours, we have seen extraordinary measures announced by two of the largest economies in the world. Here's a rundown. Okay. China does 179 billion in ultra long-term treasury bonds. Okay. 69 billion will be used to support the banks. Okay. Well, they'll just have to do that every month for the next 5 years to get half of their problems solved. Right. Germany. This changed everything. You have no idea what just happened in the bond markets. I'll spare you the gory details. This move by the Germans just saved crypto. It's so unbelievable, right? Like, which government would save crypto? A, the United States. B, El Salvador. C, Japan. D, Germany. Who would pick D? Nobody. Then the Germans come out and say, whatever it takes. They use the Mario Draghi line. We're going to spend money on defense because, I don't know. The Russians have been around as a bad guy for what, 80 years? Now, all of a sudden, the Germans are like, yeah, we're going to spend all this money on defense. Right? Another military industrial complex sugar train. We're going to spend infinite amounts of money. We don't care what we have to spend. We don't care about debt limits. We're just going to spend. Bond market crashes. Interest rates go up. And then what happens? What happens when interest rates go up? The currency goes up. You may have heard on this show several times that Katie bar the door the day that there's a reason to buy the euro. Because if there's a reason to buy the euro, the dollar goes down and the DXY goes down. So Germany just shocked the world and there's a reason to buy the euro. DAX, the stock index of Germany, up only for months. It looks like an altcoin. Okay. So there's a reason to buy the euro. There's a political shift in Germany that could be pro-business friendly. I'm not up on the social issues, but the bottom line is there's a reason to own a euro. And if there's a reason to own a euro, there's a reason to sell the dollar, right? The yen is going up and that makes stonks go up and down, whatever. I don't care. Everyone's looking for a repeat of last year. It's not a repeat of last year because the euro is going with the yen. Dollar lower. Remember DXY? Crypto Twitter rotates what it's an expert on. M2, DeepSeek, tariffs. I don't know. A year and a half ago, everyone was a dollar index expert. Now dollar index is collapsing. Copper was up 5%. Gold's been up only for a month. Now no one talks about it. Gold was warning you that the dollar was going lower. And then Germany just came over the top and said, oh, that's the end. That's the end of the dollar, man. It's the beginning of the euro. Now, whether this defense policy makes any sense or not, we don't care. All I know is 85% of the people in crypto are bearish and the dollar just collapsed. And everyone wants to fade whatever they're going to do at the White House amidst this. Oh, and by the way, high-powered money's coming in the system and the administration wants the dollar lower because it makes American goods more competitive and it improves people's appetite for risk assets. Okay, so let's figure this out. Charles Hoskins from Cardano, his coin is included in the initial reserve tweet, but he doesn't get invited to the White House. Why? Here's a hint. When a noob goes to Coinbase, what do they see? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and Cardano. Maybe they look at Bitcoin Cash. The strategic reserve was all the normie coins. So he's not invited to the White House, but he's a normie coin. So do you think the White House could do anything to make normies want to flood into Coinbase? Everyone's looking for the government to pump their bags. How about we pump our own bags? For more, tune into the YouTube member area. Just in, DOGE surpassed 100 billion in savings. Homie, you only got $900 billion to go to save what they're going to spend in the next 5 months. But feel free to carry on with this theater. You want to know what the solution is? Everyone is looking for a centralized solution. Like, okay, the guy with the rockets is going to solve our problems. No, the guy with the rockets is going to provide you with entertainment on the Twitter, on the social media platform that he owns. This is $900 billion This is like $900 billion short of what they're going to spend over the next 5 months. You know, I got a simple solution to this. It's called Bitcoin. It's called XRP. It's called Ethereum. It's called crypto, right? Just moon it all. Everyone hates it. Trump to sign orders, right? The pen carries on. Told me some big government department is going to disappear. And if he wants it, he's getting it. I don't know if he's getting a strategic Bitcoin reserve. The Fed can't hold the crypto. Does he need one? Can the Sovereign Wealth Fund do it? Can World Liberty do it? Or can he do something else, which is discussed in the YouTube member area? And I'll give you a hint. The CEO of Coinbase and Kraken are at the summit. We're excited for a partnership with World Liberty, says Sui Network, who more than likely paid World Liberty to buy the coin and then promote it, which is fine, right? That's what World Liberty is. It's a hedge fund where you pay to have your coin listed. It's like an exchange. Now, Sui's going up, and Sui is a hot layer one that can do a lot of things. So let's build something on it. Let's go, right? But again, this is like a nothing burger. Like if the president's hedge fund had bought Sui in March a year ago, people would have been out of their mind. But now no one cares. No one cares because it hasn't hit them yet. It hasn't. Breaking. This is very important. The odds of negative GDP growth in the first quarter have collapsed. Those betting that the Trump economy is in shambles more than 2x on Polymarket in just 24 hours for those betting on positive growth. Okay. So I'm a big fan of the fact that the labor market is not what everyone says it is. I'm also a big fan of the fact that rates are way too high. So if everyone thinks everything is okay, then that means rates are coming down and the dollar topped. The dollar topping is the signal that rates are going lower. Isn't it interesting how after the dollar tops and rates are going lower, expectations for the economy improved, which means they want the dollar lower. The dollar goes down, gold, silver, copper, Bitcoin, Ethereum go up, and that's the market update. You can do it in an elevator. Hey, man, how's it going? Hey, you hear the dollar went down? No, really? Yeah, it was the Germans. Oh, my God, you mean DXY went down? Isn't that bullish? Yeah, that is bullish. Wow, are they at the White House on like 2 days from now? Yeah. And by the way, did I tell you that everybody in the office is bearish? Hey, man, I got to go buy something on Coinbase. We'll see you later. That's the market update. That's it. That's it. I'm all in. My all in live stream like 2 days ago, like no one watched it. That's okay. You did, and I appreciate you. If you need a roadmap in crypto, subscribe to this channel, turn on alerts so you know when we're going live. And if the content works for you, hit the like button. Hey, T-Bone, how about a new high in MicroStrategy? Anybody up for a new high in MicroStrategy? Make the hedge funds like run for their lives? Oh, I'm so down for it. Don't miss that chart. The expected guest list for the crypto summit. So Brad Garlinghouse, we got Ripple. Notice we have crypto.com, Kraken, Robinhood, and Coinbase. Now, I have a quick question. Where's BlackRock? They got $50 billion with the Bitcoin ETF. Where are they? Where are any investment banks? Where's the Bank of New York? Where's any of the custody guys? The CEO of Bitcoin Magazine. Now, why would you have the CEO of a magazine, Robinhood, Kraken, Crypto.com, Coinbase, all in one room? I don't know. You're going to have to go to the YouTube member area to find out. But here's a hint. What would happen if you went to the crypto summit and you're expecting a strategic reserve and they provided you and every normie in the world and YouTube members have access to this emoji to hit the green button? Like what happens literally if everybody, Michael Saylor, BlackRock, and every normie with a Coinbase account wakes up because the president of the United States tells them to get on their phone and get busy and provides them with an appropriate incentive? Otherwise, why would Robinhood, Kraken, Crypto.com? Robinhood? Really? Wow. There's a long-term fan of crypto. I mean, I understand why Kyle Samani is there because he's Mr. Solana, right? Huge hedge fund. I get why he's there. Why is the head of Robinhood there? What is he going to do? I don't think anyone's read this list, right? You create an incentive for retail somehow, and then you get Michael Saylor out on the tape going, we're doing this. We may not do it today, but we're doing it. And I'm going to help him do it because Michael Saylor's on the tape every day pumping Bitcoin and no one's listening. And everyone's short his stock, which is really fascinating. We'll go over, I don't know, we'll just go over some charts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just, I'm just going full crazy pants. Look at this. Cramer says he does not see a trade deal being reached to resolve the ongoing trade war. Donald Trump delays tariffs on Mexico until April 2nd because of fine print in some agreement. I don't think the orange man wants tariffs. He just wants these people to do what he says about security. It's not about tariffs, and trading crypto off tariffs is stupid. It's just stupid, right? Now, if anything, the tariffs have disrupted the foreign exchange market, and so far that's going our way because it means dollar lower. Like yesterday, the euro collapsed, and today the yen's collapsing. Now, I know that's not good for stocks, but who cares about stocks? Who cares? Oh, yeah, stocks are going to zero. No, they're not, because they're coming in with high-powered money. It's just asset allocation, right? Out of stocks into crypto, out of Nvidia into the Bitcoin ETF, out of Nvidia into MicroStrategy. How many normies are going to know about MicroStrategy after this summit? How many normies are going to go on their Schwab account? Right? I mean, Michael Saylor is a pretty famous guy inside crypto. But what happens when he becomes Orange Man famous? What happens when the Orange Man goes, yeah, Michael Saylor, he's the man. I like him. I don't think anyone's thinking about that. BlackRock, who was not invited to the crypto summit, still has $50 billion worth of Bitcoin because they know the dollar's going lower. Okay. President Trump's World Liberty Financial partners with SUI. Cynthia Lummis is now bearish. Said, well, we're not going to be able to get the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve done. Cancel the summit. Okay. Well, they're not doing the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve on the 7th. And they may not be able to moon your bags because everybody wants to know what token Trump is going to mention. And he doesn't want to mention any token because he finds it stupid and annoying. Instead, he's just going to go, I want all this higher. I want stuff built on this now. What do I have to do? Okay. Oh, I have an idea. Let's watch the podcast in the YouTube member area to see what gets everybody hitting the green button. It's actually quite simple and quite elegant. And then the coins that we related to off this, I would just pick out thin air. It's like, there's this one, this one, this one, this one. You might go, oh, no, that's not that sexy. Yeah. Okay. Well, if the whole world's pressing the green button, it's going to be sexy. Oh, yeah. Ethereum, can't get enough. Won't stop. Can't get enough. Solana versus Ethereum, decentralized finance, right? DeFi from Franklin Templeton, banging out that investment bank research with one full page of disclaimers. God bless them. Carry on. Carry on, right? Normies don't know the difference between Solana and Ethereum. They're the future of the internet, right? Unless you want the future of the internet run by, I don't know, clowns with billions of dollars who don't care about you, then you'll think about Solana and Ethereum. Or you'll just think about Solana and Ethereum because it's going up, and it's going up because it's going up. It's called reflexivity. Crypto goes up, they build the industry. If you wait for them to build the industry, you're going to wait a really long time because all anybody wants to do is pump stuff and dump stuff. How do you change that? Well, just make it perma pump, right? Make it so retail understands that crypto's buy and hold. It's not round trip it. Everyone wants to round trip on everybody and dump it and go on vacation, and it's not going to work that way. And how is it going to work? Well, it's more bullish than you think because the dollar's falling out of bed, high-powered money's coming, and everyone's bearish. Did I mention that? March 7th will be a big deal for cryptocurrency, and here's why, says the stock market newsletter Motley Fool. Ooh, scary, right? But their bags are down. Their bags are getting smashed. And our bags have already gotten smashed. So I don't know why we're worried because we've already lived through the crap. Everyone's left. No one's watching. People are done. I understand. And I don't. People are done. And everyone in equities is going, hey, are they doing a crypto thing at the White House? Yeah, they are. How's that Nvidia position working out? Actually, man, it kind of sucks. I think I bought the top. Bitcoin ETF waiting for you, homie. Congressman Thomas Massie introduces a bill to abolish the Fed. Here it is. Look at that. I'm just a bill sitting on Capitol Hill, as the old cartoon goes. So if you boys play ball, put high-powered money in the system, needs to get on the tape, then we'll leave you alone. We won't have Elon come in. We won't look at the gold vault. We won't look at the plunge, how many trillions of dollars of S&P futures the plunge protection team has. We won't look at any of that. You just keep it moving. And this is your pink slip if you want it. How about we work something out? How about we cooperate and you can keep your job or your institution? Because I think they're eliminating some big government department today. So that can't be a coincidence. They're going to play ball and they're going to put high-powered money in the system. And the Fed, the Treasury, and the president want the dollar lower. It's going lower. If they want Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, and XRP higher, it's going higher. I don't know if there's going to be volatility tomorrow. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it tomorrow. But trust me, they're not having this meeting for nothing. And why is the guy from Robinhood there? Is he a crypto expert? Crypto czar David Sachs says U.S. government has sold Bitcoin in the past. The Bitcoin that they sold would be worth $17 billion today versus the $366 million that they sold. In other words, stop the nonsense that we're going to sell over the top of you. Is the gold in Fort Knox? Yeah, it is now. And again, the Fed, the Treasury, and everyone is going to play ball because notice how quickly they dropped that story. They dropped it quick. Now everyone's trying to bring it back and they're not going to be able to because the gold's there and no one cares, right? Everyone's like the Fed and everybody play ball, play nice, get high-powered money in the system, and we won't audit the gold vaults. Real-world assets is trending. There are coins in this list. Let's just do the top 10. 3 of the coins in this list were mentioned on the YouTube member live stream. And what happens if everyone's like, well, my coin's not on the list. My coin, well, wait a minute, but what happens if they do something that ignites the whole ecosystem? Some member asked us, have we ever watched Ready Player One, right? About the building of Web3. Real world assets trending on Lunar Crush. The Eagle King is really good at Lunar Crush. Does XRP, Solana, or Cardano belong in a U.S. crypto reserve? So the dimwits on Twitter keep saying. That's not the point. Is my coin better than his coin? It's like, dude, the orange man is going to purge your mind of this tribal nonsense. It's not happening. Everyone's hating on Garlinghouse because he's got an invitation. Stop it. It's not about what coin belongs in the reserve. The only coin that can be a reserve really is Bitcoin, right? If the government gooses digital assets, it's because they want the whole thing higher. They want money in people's pockets, and they got multiple ways to do it. Everyone's like, well, it's not happening. They're going to sell over the top of us. Sell the fact. Sell. Good. If they sell it, good. If they're bearish, good. Right? If everyone's disappointed, good. If no one's watching YouTube, if no one's watching crypto content, good. Right? Good. If Cynthia Lummis is bearish, good. Good. Because when this thing turns, it's going to be up only. Like, who's the seller? Everyone's out. No one owns it except BlackRock. Everyone's out. No one wants to touch it. So when you come back in to buy, who's the seller? Nobody. Because everyone is out. Everyone hates it. Right? Everyone's like, well, it's not my coin. Maybe it's all the coins. Right? Deja vu all over again. I don't know if this is the dollar index. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay. I'm not. All I know is I want the dollar to keep going down. Okay. Bitcoin gets March 25 blast off date with US dollar hits 4-month low. Okay. Michael Saylor gives his thoughts on the White House Crypto Summit. Let me ask you something. Elon was already famous. He has allowed Elon to become famous, essentially doing nothing. Nothing that really matters. People are getting fired. Fraud is being found. So what? So what? It doesn't matter. Now, what does matter is that they get something moving that gets an industry going. And what happens if Michael Saylor goes from being this nerdy guy on CNBC, pounding the table to old people who are long Nvidia, to a government spokesperson, to a guy who's like, yeah, welcome to the United States of America. I'm trading in my orange tie for red, white, and blue. And I'm going to get on this thing and I'm going to tell everybody to buy Bitcoin now because the president said so. or the president gave you an incentive to do so. And if you don't do it, you're an idiot. That's going to break every exchange. Michael Saylor says Bitcoin Strategic Reserve positions the U.S. as the leader in a race to dominate cyberspace. Do you think he just said that on Twitter? It's like, here I am. I'm in the men's room. We're at my phone. Yeah, let's dominate cyberspace. Okay, let's go to my next meeting. No. This is what he's telling the president. President's buying into it. Congress is going to buy into it. What's going to happen one day when Michael Saylor gets to address Congress? Think about it. Like, what happens if they put Michael Saylor out there the way they put Elon out there? No one's talking about that. People think it's like a one and done event. How is that possible? Okay, alert. Mt. Gox moving $1 billion in Bitcoin. Yeah, because there's about to be $100 billion worth of demand. Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple is proud to announce the support of the National Cryptocurrency Association. Let's give him a follow. Crypto is here for good. 17,000 whopping followers. Solana co-founders questions Trump's crypto reserve despite Solana inclusion. Thing is, folks, they don't want Solana in the reserve. They don't want Cardano in the reserve. They want you to go buy Solana and Cardano so Solana and Cardano can build something on their network. And you have to ask yourself, how are they going to do that? And the answer is in the YouTube member area, or you can wait for them to tell you in a day or two. In the meantime, I'll just be hoovering up whatever they want to sell me on a dip. You want to take it down to 77? I don't care. I'll buy it. That's what I'm doing. I can't tell you what to do. I can only tell you what I'm doing. Coinbase reportedly exploring the launch of a tokenized version of its stock. Well, thank God we're not doing GigaChat anymore. This is a step in the right direction, right? Coinbase's IQ just, came up above 80. Congratulations. Orange Man's crypto project buying $25 million of wrapped Bitcoin, ETH, and Move. Gee, I wonder why. I wonder why, right? Yeah, because we got to buy it before everybody goes on and breaks Coinbase and Robinhood. White House Crypto Sunday attendees. Chainlink co-founder. Right? Winklevoss twins are there. Gemini. Crypto.com. Interesting group, huh? Not BlackRock. What to expect at Donald Trump's crypto summit? Well, the obvious answer is they're going to pump my bags and buy my coin right there in the spot, right? Jerome Powell's going to come out from behind a curtain wearing an orange Bitcoin jacket, and he's going to go, I'm calling the plunge protection team right now, and I'm going to tell them to buy. I'm going to market buy Bitcoin until it goes to 150K, and then we're going to take requests on a live stream where you can submit your bags, and I'll buy that right on the live stream right now today, because my job is to pump your bags. Stop it. If they disappoint and it dips, it's a screaming buy. Congressman accepting campaign donations in Bitcoin, right? Is Bitcoin price going to crash again? God, I hope so. 80 is the new 16. 80K is the new 16K. Nobody wanted it at 16K, but at 108, it was much more attractive. Altcoins consideration for U.S. crypto reserve lag Bitcoin in retaking Sunday's high. Yeah, that's because they're not going into Bitcoin reserve. They're going to make incentives. Oop, did I sneak that out? What do people look at when they go to Coinbase? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and Cardano. That's what they look at when they get to Coinbase. So how do you get everybody to move to Coinbase? How do you get everybody on Coinbase, Crypto.com, and Kraken all at the same time? For days, weeks, months, years. Trump-backed World Liberty buys everything. New Hampshire Bitcoin Reserve passes House committee in landslide vote. Yeah, I don't think they really don't like Uncle Sugar that much. They don't like him out there in New Hampshire. NASDAQ listed BioNexus becomes first publicly traded firm to approve an Ethereum treasury, touting the asset as a financial instrument. In other words, a DeFi highway. AI developers turn to synthetic data as original content dries up. So let me try and put this in perspective for you. There isn't enough organic content to feed Skynet. Like Skynet can't learn unless you feed it data. There isn't enough data in the whole world to feed Skynet. So now they have to make up data. They have to program it. You want these people running the world? They've already fed all your emails and every conversation you've ever had into Skynet. And now they're going to start programming it because they don't have any more data. But we don't need Web3. We don't need Bitcoin. Like the ultimate AI play is Bitcoin because there's going to be a whole new world, good or bad. And Bitcoin's going to be at the center of it. And that's not what everyone's talking about. Everyone's talking about how do my bags get mooned? This is what you should be talking about. Like, what does the AI world look like? Why do you think I'm in antivirus? Why do you think we're pounding the table on Bitcoin? Why do you think when we go on a YouTube member podcasts, we're just pounding the table, right? We keep pointing at certain coins. We keep pointing at certain themes, right? The whole world's going to change, right? You have a chance to invest in that particular, in a new future, and 85% of the people in crypto are bearish. When Skynet is being built, they don't have enough electricity, servers, or data, but they're going to build it anyway. You can build something with your phone and the green button. You can build your sovereignty, right? Or you can have this person tell you what to do. I only want that person to tell me what to do if John McAfee is programmed inside of him, which has become all very fashionable today. Everybody's like the new John McAfee. There's only one John McAfee, people. And by the way, he's back to life on AI, on AIntivirus.ai. So the Eagle King, the genius that he is, has got us a new QR code. So if you want to check out the merch, okay, you're going to be able to do privacy for green plants soon. If you like green plants, you know, you like to decorate your patio, can help you out with that. Wink, wink. Okay. Merch is available, right? You just send $20 worth of antivirus in and to a wallet address, and you type in your address, and my hat's on the way. I can't wait. Calling the head of the project doing, dude, speed it up. I got to have my hat. Now, just in case you think you don't need antivirus, you don't need privacy, senators are about to vote to legalize debanking. Yeah. Debanking. Yeah. That's where you go to the ATM machine and goes, sorry, you were naughty. We don't like you. Yeah, that's back. I know the current, I know like the montages that they have on like the White House Twitter page. You know, it's hard not to like the orange man. It's like being back in the 80s. I heard Air Force recruitment is like off the charts, like standing in line to enlist. Everyone's all patriotic. Everyone's all pumped up. Meanwhile, same different day, right? If they don't like you, there's nothing you can do about that, except be a sovereign individual. So, I mean, do I have to give you another reason? Right? The reason is you. Why should I buy crypto? Go look in the mirror. Go in the bathroom and look in the mirror. Say, I'm buying crypto for you. Everyone hates it. Connection lost. Are we still there? Janice McAfee, the antivirus store is live, right? Hoodies. Get some. Now, you're probably wondering, why is this important? You may be looking like, I don't get it, right? Like, why does this matter? Because the guys in the project put their own money behind this. They're project managers, and every week they do what they said. They do what they said. Like, hey, we're going to deliver this. Here's a hat and a t-shirt. We're going to deliver plants. Here's plants, right? Every week. And then they say, hey, every week we're going to have new merch. And Janice comes out and says, hey, every week we're going to have new stuff. And they deliver. And it's the greatest meme in the history of cryptocurrency because everyone's trying to copy it. And social media companies are afraid of it, which is good. It's good. They're afraid of it. They should be. They should be. Because if anybody actually starts listening to what this guy had to say, if anyone starts listening to what this guy ever had to say, you're going to have a lot of people changing their mind about a lot of things. And a lot of the stuff that's all fashionable these days, like, you know, firing half the IRS or whatever. Yeah. They chased this poor man to his end, right? This was not a good ending with all these characters chasing him. Good guys, bad guys, you know, sovereigns. Everybody wanted this guy, right? Former secretaries of state. Yeah. Nobody liked this guy. Everybody wanted him. Why? Well, because he had something to say to help make us all free. They got a Solana mixer. So if you want to do Solana privately, you can just deposit Solana and have it pop out somewhere. Okay. Yeah. I like the project. I own it. Right. And again, you know, what's everyone doing with it? Selling it today anyway. Right. But what they don't realize is the bigger the base, the higher in the space. And, you know, if you don't believe me about this, okay, well, you know, debanking is back. I mean, Laura Loomer is a conservative influencer with $1.5 million followers who herself got shut off by X and then got her account back, thanks to Elon personally. Okay. Let's check out some TA. So the dollar, huh? Down again today. Boy, there's a lot of room here between where the dollar is right now and the discount zone. Because you know what? It couldn't get through the premium zone and the equilibrium zone did not hold. So guess what, everybody? We're going to 100. This is going to 100. Okay. The euro hasn't done anything in 10 years. Nothing. The euro has literally been dead for 10 years. This is a quarterly chart of the euro. Absolutely dead. Dead. I mean, in 2014, they pushed it out of a moving vehicle in 2021, and it never came back. And it's done nothing but go down since 2008, and it never recovered. Never recovered. Because everyone's bearish Europe. Europe is a blah, 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 blah. What happens if this goes back up to the equilibrium zone, right? What happens if the euro goes from 107 to 122? Bitcoin's going to go to the moon because the dollar is going to go lower. Everyone's freaking out today. Dollar yen is down only. Dollar yen goes down. They insert resistance above it, and it keeps going down. Of course, that's a problem for stocks, or it's a problem for the stocks that everyone owns, which we don't. So we don't care. Have fun, right? Is it the yen carry crisis? I don't know. How could it be the yen carry crisis when the orange man's going to push a button to put high-powered money in the system, or people are going to lose their jobs? How is that ever going to happen? Here's a little fun. Here's the ratio, MicroStrategy divided by Nvidia. So they're short MicroStrategy and they're long Nvidia, right? So if this metric goes up, this metric can go up two ways. Nvidia can go down or sideways, or MicroStrategy can go up, or both can happen at the same time. We're sitting right here at this big inflection point, and I wonder if everyone is long Nvidia and short MicroStrategy, could that trade unwind massively all at the same time? Like everyone goes, gee, the dollar's going lower. Gee, the government wants us to buy Bitcoin. Wait a minute. I'm short MicroStrategy. Whoop. Michael Saylor on the tape with a red, white, and blue tie. Whoop. See you. I don't know. I'm not short it. You hedge funds, you go do that. I'm not doing it. You want to fight the orange man? Okay, you go fight the orange man. You see how that turns out. Seriously. We'll see how it turns out. We will see how it turns out. Member requests. Always like to give our members some love. Members requests for coin. Bro, listen. I want to look at all these crypto equities. I mean, I just going to make a bet very simply that they don't totally annihilate the stock market. Right? So if you look at coin, right? Like say on a 4-hour chart, Coin is at the discount zone. I'm not selling anything at the discount zone. Now, if you look at the DeMark work, which I have to call up, you got to start asking yourself about miners, right? I was all over this like a year and a half ago, and now I think it's actually time to come back. Stocks do not break, right? Stocks can go down, they can retrace, they can smack up the momentum stocks. But you know what? If stocks don't like crash, does that create a huge opportunity in crypto equities that have been literally just discarded? Like discarded. Like here's Marathon Digital. Like Marathon Digital just filled a gap from December of 2023. So I guess we don't need Bitcoin miners anymore. I'm sure there's like some sort of fundamental rationale. Down 13 bottom, blow off bottom, back up again. Where's MicroStrategy? How about MicroStrategy on a weekly chart coming back to a DeMark moving average? How about MicroStrategy on a daily chart? This is A, B, C. Okay. And with this signal, you may get a top at some point, but it may be up here when you get it. What happens if they just blow the shorts right out of this? Riot Blockchain, right? Trades terrible today. Right into a support point. Now, I understand you do have to sort out the individual fundamentals. Galaxy Digital. No one cares. Look at this. No one cares. They're meeting at the White House on strategy for a massive involvement, massive participation, and they cannot dump this fast enough. It's nowhere near its highs. I don't know. Coinbase, same thing. Right? It's like, it's just down only. Right? It's back to where it was in 2022. The Coinbase and Ethereum are back to pre-FTX levels. And even if this takes days or weeks, like HUT 8 probably has two or three more down days, maybe. So maybe they smack up the stock market. But I mean, if you look at the bigger picture in HUT, like HUT's retraced the entire election rally. It's like it never happened. There's no demand for Bitcoin. There's no reason. I mean, the massive support here is at $10. I know it's at 13. I know that's far away in percentage terms. You wanted to get set up long-term in crypto. They're allowing you to buy these stocks at bear market levels. Ethereum is in bear market levels. They're allowing you to get long crypto at bear market levels with the dollar collapsing and a meeting at the White House about crypto. Wow. And that's always the way it is. Everyone gets what they want and then they don't want it anymore. They don't want it. And no one will touch this stuff. No one will even look at it. They won't look at it. I mean, if you look at a quarterly chart of MicroStrategy, can you imagine with this 12 and this 8, meaning, some sort of top in MicroStrategy may be coming, but what if it's a blow off top? Like what if the next candle for the next quarter is this big up move? What happens? You got to ask yourself. I mean, yeah, MicroStrategy is overvalued, but what happens if they squeeze everyone out? I don't know, man. I just have a really hard time getting negative. Okay, people asking about antivirus. I'm trying to get content done for that, right? I'm working hard on getting different content out for antivirus. It's value investing. I can wait. Everybody wants to be John McAfee. Trust me, being John McAfee was so hard. That's why bringing him back from the dead matters, because you can bring him back from the dead, right? You can bring him back from the dead. You can ask him a question. And then what I like to do is I like to filter it through Grok And it's, I mean, the AI agent sounds just like John McAfee. And if you want curse words and stuff, you can put it in Grok. I know they're working on curse word John or crazy John, or they're working on everything. Let them work. Let them work. Okay. Let's take a look at some more TA. Let's go back to crypto. Okay, there's the 13 top in the dollar index. This is a monthly chart. Okay. The last 13 top on a monthly chart in DXY was in 2020 when they came out and just printed. Boom. Dollar went from 100 to 90. The biggest 13 top in the history of the dollar was the 13 followed by a 9 in 1984. And then it went straight down. So supposedly there's something out there called the Mar-a-Lago Accords, where they got together at Mar-a-Lago and they simply said, we want this down. Let me explain this to you. It's very simple. When the whole world wants to take a dollar deposit and stick it in the bank and collect 4%, nothing good happens. If everyone wants to hide in the dollar, nothing good happens. Speculative demand investment happens when people come out of the dollar into other currencies to invest, to speculate, to do whatever. When the dollar goes lower, it's actually a healing thing for the economy. The dollar is too strong. Rates are too high. Bring the dollar down, solve a lot of problems. Seriously. How does that not equal Bitcoin up? Okay, so let's follow what's going on at Bitcoin. So they hate it today, right? Yesterday was love it. Today was hate it. And that may continue, right? That may continue. So this is a 13 top and a 9 top on a short-term chart. That usually results in a decline. Good. Good. You know, let them take this back down to 81. Let everybody do the disappointment trade off March 7th. Get them all leaning one way. Okay. And, you know, everyone's thought, we talked about a couple different coins on the YouTube member stream. I'm going to leave that, right? Some of them, some people are talking about it in the comments. Okay. XRP, right? We talked about XRP. We're long XRP. Everyone wants to hate on it. It's at resistance at 260. No one likes it. Good. Good. Right? Let them sell it. Let them sell it. Every day that they sell it makes people more bearish. The more bearish they get, the more unbelievable it is when they get caught. Now, could Solana go down to 116? Maybe. But if Solana goes down to 116 and the dollar cracks, what's going to happen? All it's going to do is turn around and go up harder. I mean, I know this is difficult if you're long. I'm long. We're all long, right? I think. Right? So no one wants it to go lower, but you want them to be bearish at this point. Seriously. They're bearish? Good. The market's going down? Good. Yeah, I know. You think I'm out of my mind. I might be. I might be. But if they sell it and they don't like it and everyone is like, sell the news, right? Everybody on crypto Twitter is an expert. Sell the news, sell everything. They're going to dump on us. Why would they dump on you when they want you to buy it and hold it forever? They want crypto to look like stocks. And then, you know, if you don't believe me, this is Nvidia. 13 top monthly. Are we buying this? Is this the future? It's like Nvidia, the CEO, the employees, the mutual funds, the hedge funds. Retail just came up there, you know, and they just sprinkled it all on top of you. Here you go. Here you go. See ya. Right? This could give out because you got a failed rally here. You got a 9 bottom and you got a failed rally. Now, if Nvidia crashes, will that affect crypto? Yeah. Yeah, good. Good. Because players who are long Nvidia and short MicroStrategy are going to get wiped out. Right? right? European lower interest rates, I believe, are coming. Somebody is commenting, and I completely agree. Now, Cardano. Wow, they can't stop hating on Cardano, huh? Cardano gets included in the reserve, and then, or supposedly, and then everyone says, I hate Cardano. And then Charles Hotchkiss doesn't get invited to the thing, which is funny. Why? Well, because they want retail to come in and do this. That's why. Right now, is Cardano could Cardano fly around in a highly volatile, nauseating range? What people don't realize about volatility is that volatility breeds itself like the common cold, right? In other words, once it starts to get volatile, it keeps getting volatile. Just like last year, right? Remember this? Remember this horror show? Right? This was what? Yeah. So fall and summer of last year. Like that range, that like winter stuff. Yeah. When winter starts, winter breeds itself. Lack of volatility breeds lack of volatility. Volatility breeds more volatility. So they want to take it down to 50 cents. Good. Charles Hotchkiss snubbed at the meeting. Good. They don't need Charles Hotchkiss at the meeting. They need everybody flooding in through Robinhood. You understand what I'm saying? That's what they want. You don't think they can do that without Congress? They can do whatever they want. They can create incentives. They can sign executive orders. They can change tax policy. Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying? And even if it is sell the fact, the dollar's crashing, right? Does crypto need a strategic reserve if the dollar is going lower? Did gold need a strategic reserve? Well, I guess gold needed Fort Knox to be filled up again, right? But they've already mooned gold. They've mooned this indiscriminately. They've mooned it indiscriminately. Let me see if I can do this. So this is a daily chart of gold, right? Let's put Ethereum up here. Look at this. So this is Ethereum versus gold. Statistically, Ethereum usually does pretty good when gold goes up. And Ethereum is down only when gold is up only. That's fascinating, right? Now, maybe Ethereum's dead, or maybe you wake up one day and this whole thing reverses itself and everyone's bearish and no one's long. What happens in that case? You have to ask yourself, don't you? I think you do. I mean, we can do everything versus Ethereum just to make a point. QQQ versus Ethereum. Ethereum has been going down, I don't know, since a very long time. Since December. The stocks are fine. So stocks catch up to Ethereum, and then Ethereum rips to the upside. Just rips. Now, maybe it's not Ethereum, maybe it's something else. But I don't understand why everybody is so bearish on crypto, right? Everyone's bearish on crypto because everybody is afraid of the yen, right? So let's take Ethereum off of here and show everybody what everyone's afraid of. So this was the yen disaster from last year. So every time the yen goes up and the dollar goes down, everyone freaks out because everyone's like, well, you know what? This is what's going to happen. And this is called risks to the view. Okay. Now, if there's an event like the yen last year, high-powered money comes flying into the system. That's it. That's it. Right? It's like it'll be whatever it takes to stop it. Or they just let the stock market correct. When all this money comes out of the stock market, where's it going to go? Where's it going to go? Bonds? I don't think so. Right? So, okay. Everyone's looking for a disaster. Great. Let the disaster happen. So much the better. You want to sell me Bitcoin at 75? I'll take Bitcoin from you at 75. I will. Interesting that XRP is up on the day. That's kind of funny, right? As they sell all the tech stocks, right? So here's QQQ at the 200-day moving average, right? So they got to run the stops to 200-day moving average. The QQQ, just to tell you how overbought this market is, the last time they went to the 200-day moving average was the yen crisis, right? They went through, they looked like it was going to crack, and then it came back, right? Stocks make a trip to the 200-day moving average like once or twice a year, maybe. Doesn't do it that often. And never mind the 200-week moving average, right? Like, how far would stonks have to go down to get to their long-term average? Now, obviously, if stonks go down that much, Bitcoin's going to be affected. That's 20%. So that would be a disaster for altcoins. Why would the Treasury let that happen? That's the question, right? Why would they let that happen? You got Cantor Fitzgerald, Soros, all these guys advising the orange man, and stocks are going down 20%. And that's every big hedge fund, and that's what they're betting on. So the hedge funds are short stocks, short MicroStrategy, short Bitcoin, and there's probably a lot of people who are just like parked in Nvidia as well. So, hedge funds are either short everything and bearish, or they're long Nvidia and they're delirious. I don't know anybody who's saying buy Bitcoin on any dip. I don't know anybody who's saying that, right? And I know it's very fashionable to fade retail's expectations about the government buying their bags, because the government isn't going to buy your bags. The government's going to create up some sort of incentive to build Web3 because they have to grow the economy. So, and even if that's not true, if that's all wrong, the dollar just broke down. And it's going to stay broke down because the euro's going up, because interest rates over there are going up. And I don't know, the yen is either going to go up or sit still. Either way, the dollar isn't going to rise versus anything. So, again, I conclude with this. 85% bearish. The market trade's terrible. The dollar has topped. The president of the United States wants it up. Michael Saylor's going from orange to red, white, and blue. Okay. And we have a situation where no one wants to touch crypto at exactly the moment where the United States of America will push you and incentivize you to hit the green button. And no one is thinking about this because everybody is either stopped out, destroyed, or entitled, meaning the government has to buy my coin or I don't want to play. Now, I understand that. I understand that you're upset. I get it. But if this is like a lifetime opportunity, I think you have to take it. I don't know what you're going to do, but like, I think 80K is the new 16K. Everyone hates it. No one thinks it's going up. Back then, you have to wait 6 months. In this case, I'd be shocked if you had to wait more than 6 weeks. I can wait 6 weeks to triple my money in Bitcoin. Everyone's like, Bitcoin's going to blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, in the YouTube member area, we discuss all the different coins. We're looking at the Made in the USA crypto every day. Everybody in Patreon's got podcasts with tons of curse words. Plus, that's the hardcore content. Plus, the charts. You got the dollar chart today. Patreon got it 3 days ago. Okay. That is the market update for today. We will see you soon.